when you think of the American dream, you think of, being able to marry, have a family, provide a nice home for that family, send your kids off to college, put money in savings for your retirement, and then quit your job, at a fairly young age, maybe 62. And that is a dream. That's a wonderful dream. But not everybody wanted that dream. Happy Sunday, guy. Nope, it's Monday. It feels like Sunday. Both me and my husband are off work. So happy Monday. As you can see by the little footage I put before this, it is beautiful out thanks to all the rains that we had last week. Oh my gosh, it snowed in the mountains. So we've got the snow-capped mountains in the background, and then we've got the palm trees in the forefront, and the blue skies and the sun, and it's absolutely beautiful. And when people ask why I live in California, that's why. Yes, I realize we're paying a very high price for it, but it just sitting outside, just looking out my window, that view is worth $1,000,000 to me. I absolutely love it. It fills my soul. I just enjoy it so much. But anyway, oh yeah, that and the fact that my kids and grandkids live here. That's the reason. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about the American dream, or the American nightmare for some people, for a lot of people, I'm afraid. It has really changed. Originally, the American dream, which I guess that phrase was popularized by James Truslow Adams during the Great Depression. And back then, it had a different meaning. It was mainly with an emphasis on democracy, liberty, and equality. And then, of course, it changed to be mostly about material wealth and upward social mobility. It was for people to, when you think of the American dream, you think of, being able to marry, have a family, provide a nice home for that family, send your kids off to college, put money in savings for your retirement, and then quit your job, at a fairly young age, maybe 62. And that is a dream. That's a wonderful dream. But not everybody wanted that dream. But your success was rated on that. If you didn't do those things, then you weren't really considered a very successful person. And, your self-worth was like in the toilet because you thought you didn't compare to the rest of society. Well, like I said, not everybody wanted that, but they did it anyway because it was expected. That's, what was expected of us. We did it. We, maybe not in the order that we were supposed to, but we did it. We, married and went to school and bought a house, had kids, and we saved, believe it or not, and then things happened, life happened, and yeah, it kind of changed things for us. So now, today, it's evolved, the American dream, because for one, not everybody's married. Not everybody has a partner to help them achieve that American dream. Some people choose to be single, and that's fine. Some people are single through no choice of their own. Some people married and hope to have a partner, and maybe something devastating happened to, their marriage, and now they're trying to do it all on their own. So, that makes a difference right there. Being able to buy a home, not as easy as it once was. We know that. I know when my husband and I bought our home, it was no money down. We just had to pay for closing costs and points and that kind of stuff. I mean, altogether, I think it was like $500, maybe $1,000. You can't do that nowadays. They want minimum. They want minimum 10% down. And when the average home here, family home in California, is around 500,000. Look it up. I'm not making these numbers up. 10% of that, $50,000. That's a lot. Plus other expenses. So yeah, it's much more difficult. My husband and I were able to buy our first home at 25. He was 26. My son bought his home a couple years ago, and when things were at an all-time high, he kept waiting for the interest rates to come down and stuff, and it just looked like it just wasn't going to happen. They held out for years, and finally they just took the plunge. They're like, you know what, it's not going to get any better. So they were able to buy a house, and I'm glad they did, because things didn't get better. It's been a couple years now, and things are about the same. They might get better. I don't know. People are saying that they might, but we don't know. So yeah, anyway, so they were able to buy a house, and it's their forever home. At least that's what they're hoping. Um, but like I said, not everybody wanted to do that, even if they could. That wasn't what they wanted. Some people, their idea was to grow up and maybe just travel, or some people went to college and got good jobs. I know a lot of people that went to college and didn't get good jobs, but they have lots of debt. I don't even want to go into that. But originally that was the premise. You were going to go to college, and it was going to help you, and you were going to get a good job. You were going to make enough money to support your American dream, the house and the savings and the kids in college. But with the economy the way it is, things are totally different. We don't even have the same type of jobs that we had when I was younger. We had much more manufacturing jobs that actually paid benefits, and hired you full time, and you could work your way up. Those jobs are few and far between. So it does make it a lot more difficult. Now we have, like I said, we've got a whole generation of kids that are thinking that buying a home is unobtainable. They don't even consider doing it. I've talked to a lot of young people, and that's not even in their plans, because that's like a dream that was just for my generation and younger. They don't even see that as a possibility, and that's sad. It's become that difficult. So yeah, things have definitely changed. The American dream has shifted, and not necessarily for the worse. I think that people should be able to choose what they want to do, how they want to live their lives. If they don't want to marry and they don't want to have kids, that's their choice. If they want to not live in suburbia, if they want to be off grid, that's their choice. Actually, that's looking more like a dream to me. We've done the typical American dream and bought the house in the suburbs and raised the kids and the school and all that stuff. But now, my husband and I are in our 60s, and we feel like we're a young 60s, if that's possible, because we're both in good health, and we still have dreams, and we want to do different things now. And the idea of having a little property far away from suburbia and everything else, and having our own little off-grid homestead sounds like a really nice little idea. I know it's not like I have these lofty ideas from watching YouTube and watching people that are living the off-grid life. I know that it would be a lot of work, but like I said, we're both pretty healthy, and I feel like we could do it. I'm not talking about having this huge piece of property, but it would be fun to attempt to do something like that, and I think a lot of other people feel the same way. The problem is finding affordable properties, especially for me near my kids out here in the West Coast. There are some in Arizona, although it's hotter than hell most places, but I guess there's a few places that are, higher in elevation that aren't as bad. And yeah, I was watching a guy just this morning, and he was talking about, there's still open land. There's still that you can do what you want. There's nobody breathing down your neck, and you can live completely off grid. There's no electricity. There's no water. You have to, do your own, system yourself, and you'd have to be completely self-sufficient. But that's doable nowadays. There's all kinds of things you can do. So I don't know. That to me, it just sounds like something that we would like to try while we're healthy, if we could. And it's only like 4 hours away, which is still kind of far. I wouldn't want to do that right now. Or if we did, go back and forth, kind of like snowbirds. I've told you about that. Either go up north, live close to my daughter, or do this. I don't know. All this is still up in the air. My husband and I are just throwing things around, because we're not quite at that point yet where we're have made definite plans. He's still got another year left. I don't know how long I have. Right now I'm saying 2 years minimum. It could be more. I don't know. It just depends on the economy, how things go. But for us at this point, the American dream means having no debt, having everything paid off, still having some money in the bank, not as much as we once did, but hopefully enough to supplement our Social Security checks and that. And, even though our house is our money, because we have a lot of money tied up in, with our equity in our home, it may not be the right time to sell. That could change too drastically when we decide. Who knows? So we may not be able to tap into that. If that's the case, then we would have to consider possibly renting it out and having somebody, because that would be a nice passive income. I don't know. Like I said, so many different options. But back to the American dream. What was your idea of the American dream, or what is your idea of the American dream? And do you feel like you've obtained it? Did you do all that you wanted to do? Are you happy with how things are? I'm just curious how other people feel. Like I said, I felt like we did it, we obtained it, and then it was like, now what? Because we were probably in our 30s. By the time we bought, our second house, we were in our 30s, and then our kids were raised and stuff. And it's like, okay, so we did that. Now what? Now it was, at that point, it was just, saving towards retirement and stuff. But I don't know. It has changed so much for me and for a lot of other people. I've never been one. I've never been very materialistic. So I never was thinking, oh, I need more money because I need a bigger house and fancier this or fancier that. I just never was that way. But I know a lot of people are, and they do want to do that. And if it's within your abilities and you can do it, then more power to you. I think everybody should live their life on their terms, as long as they're responsible and they're doing it. You know what I mean? Don't expect anybody else to pay for it. We should all be able to do it on our own. Some people don't even want to do that. I've talked to people that are more than happy to just get by. They just, they're happy with their, very minimalistic lifestyle. They don't need much and they're content. And that's fine too. Nobody should say, well, they're just lazy. No, if that's their choice and they're supporting themselves and they're fine with it, then you need to be fine with it, because it's really none of your business, right? And that's how I feel about everybody. However you guys choose to live your life, that's your choice. And the same with me. Since I've lost weight, all my shirts just want to fall off my shoulders. I'm sorry. I keep doing this and I feel like it's annoying. So I'll try not to. So yeah, anyway, I really do want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what your thoughts are on the American dream. Is it still alive? Is it still obtainable? Has it shifted? And are you able to achieve it? So what did I do? Hey, I'm getting really good at this. It's getting less and less. And you guys will probably watch about 2 or 3 minutes. So if you made it to the end and you've heard these questions, I would really appreciate it if you'd leave me some comments and let me know. I just want to hear from other people. So I am going to let you go because it is absolutely beautiful. I should be outside, but I still have some things to do to get ready for my daughter and granddaughter. So I'm going to work on that today. And I've got another video I'm working on. And this one is about Social Security checks. I wanted to talk to you guys because a lot of people have a different idea of what people bring home on Social Security. So we're going to talk about that in the next video. So stay tuned. I will see you guys in the next video.